4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Ro8 here, pretty stuck off commentary. Last time here in the round of 8. Well, not last time. Last time we get a first set matchup. ZerO up against Kwanro. The first set color change there. On Heartbreak Ridge, we're going to have ZerO at the 3 o'clock position as the, I believe that was the orange zerg, or the yellow zerg, or the beige zerg. While Kwanro is going to be the red zerg at the 9 o'clock position. So yet another ZVZ for you guys, and one that also looks pretty promising. Gotta say, ZerO proved that he was a fairly decent ZVZ player in the Lost Saga MSL, and I think he's kind of kept that going. He's also proven himself to be a very good ZVP player. I feel like I haven't seen him do ZVT in a while, but my instinct tells me he's pretty good at that too. So yeah, Kwanro, really surprising to see him here. I'm sure a lot of players are surprised. A lot of people, more like a lot of viewers are surprised. But I'm really happy to see him here. Kwanro is one of my favorites. I really like his style of play. I really like his aggressive style of play. I feel sometimes he's kind of like the Iris of Zerg a little bit. He's a little bit less aggressive these days, a little less risky, a little less, bulldogging all the way. A little bit more careful, kind of like this time he likes to build up an economy, very early economy, and then just army, you go splat, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, just really glad to be in the round of 8. It's so exciting. I apologize that this video took a day late to get out and to commentate on, but just, yeah. The videos weren't on John at the time when I was about to commentate. They only came on like an hour later, and at that point I was tired and was late, and I was like, no guys, I'm not going to be able to bring you quality StarCraft this way. Let's see, looking at the builds, they look very similar, although ZerO went for his extractor before the... Did he? Did he go for his extractor before the pool? Yeah, no. Yeah, he did. He went for his pool before his extractor. Kwanro went for his extractor before the pool. Confusing. Now, I'm not quite sure whether that's a drone scout or just put down a hatchery. Both players actually setting out. Yep, both players putting down natural expansion. So, the build looking very much alike. Just one player putting his extractor just a little bit before his spawning pool. The other player went the other way, and blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I was yammering on, so I kind of missed it, and I apologize about that. But builds very much alike, so the timings should be a little bit different. But overall, I think by the time one player might get mutas out and get him to the other player's base, the other player is going to have mutas ready. So Overlords running into each other's bases. Saw Kwanro's, or I saw ZerO's Overlord right inside of Kwanro's base. I'm not quite sure what Kwanro's Overlord is. Should be around here somewhere. ZerO now has his initial Zerglings out. Going to go try to put on some pressure, although I think we're going to have some Zerglings on the other side. Perfectly ready for that. ZerO has that Overlord just floating over that lair. There you go. There's Kwanro Overlord getting himself ready to do the same. I'm not quite sure whether he spotted the Zerglings on the way. I assume he did, or assume at least if he didn't, he definitely has Zerglings ready for it. ZerO only has 4, not really enough to do any sort of damage unless there are absolute no defenses ready for Kwanro. Yeah, there we go. Kwanro actually has 6 Zerglings ready to block off his natural, also to prevent the hatchery being put down a lot of pressure. That's real much what you do. You want to try to put down pressure, try to attack that natural expansion, just to force Zerglings from the main to run into, to force to defend it. And the longer you attack it, the sooner Zerglings are going to run in and be forced to defend. Only 6 Zerglings. Kwanro might be looking for a bit more before he just tries to go and take the risk of fighting off. ZerO has no reinforcements yet. Finally now decides to push down. As soon as he saw that his hatchery was at half, now going to be forced to put down. And ZerO, of course, instantly taking advantage of this situation, almost getting Zerglings in. Not going to manage, though. Kwanro has enough to defend this. Spire coming up for Kwanro now. ZerO has his a little bit behind. So he's going to have those mutas out in the field a little bit earlier. Kwanro actually now moving out with his Zerglings. ZerO yet again trying to run his Zerglings by to get into the main. Tried to put on some pressure, but now he's lost most of his Zerglings at this point. I'm not quite sure. I think Kwanro gets speed. I'm not quite sure. If he actually gets speed, he might actually be able to put down a lot of pressure. Weird purple glasses for ZerO. Okay, speed on the Zerglings indeed, I believe. So Kwanro's actually going to try to go for this. A lot of Zerglings. Almost nothing. ZerO not going to be able to defend. Kwanro trying to run around. Actually going to try to engage the Zerglings of ZerO here. Getting most of his slaughtered, unfortunately. Not even sure. Yeah, speed more on the way. So Kwanro's actually going to put in a lot of pressure, producing a crap load of Zerglings. Has his Spire on the way, but just producing a lot of Zerglings for now. ZerO doesn't really have much in the way of defending. He does have some Zerglings, so Kwanro going to continue putting on some pressure. Going to try to attack this natural expansion and try to take out some drones. ZerO, though, fighting back with his own drones. More Zerglings on the way. Kwanro just rally appointing all of his hatcheries there. Zerglings inside of his main, so ZerO's going to be forced to produce a lot of his own Zerglings. Does have speed for his own, though, so I think he's going to be able to defend this fairly well. Did have some drones inside of his natural expansion to defend. Kwanro still getting a lot of Zerglings right inside of ZerO's base here, putting on a constant pressure. No drones mining at that natural, but I'm not quite sure if ZerO really lost any. I think he might have simply pulled those to the main to prevent them from coming under fire. Finding up pulling some of his drones right back to help defend. Kwanro going to just try to run in, try to run through, but with those drones to help force those attack to miss. Some of those Zerglings not going to be able to do too much. Kwanro actually now going to be forced to move back. Does have his initial Mutalisks out. Going to try to kill a Overlord to start off. Just going to try to keep on constant pressure with his Zerglings for now. Not going to be able to do too much, really. Just producing Mutals at this point. Just to kill some Overlords, to try to take out some Overlords. You're going to see with the ZerO zone Mutals anytime soon to do pretty much the same. ZerO actually now going to run 3 Zerglings right inside of Kwanro's base. We're going to see if Kwanro has any Zerglings of his own to defend. No Zerglings! Just a drone there. That's going to die. Drone, die. Kwanro now going to get his own Zergling inside. Going to spot the Mutals on the field, but there are Mutals for Kwanro inside of his own main. Loses 1 drone. Okay, he's lost a total of 2 drones. Is going to lose his Zerglings now. So at least ZerO has been able to delay the Zerglings of Kwanro's. Still, Kwanro has a large group of Mutalisks at this field. At this point, I'm sorry, ZerO has been managed to delay the Mutalisks of Kwanro. He's not going to most likely just send those Zerglings out to do pretty much the same thing while he gets his own Mutalisk number up, just mining a lot of the extractor. But for now, Kwanro's just going around killing some Overlords, so at least getting that advantage edgewise. More Zerglings running right inside of Kwanro's base, and this is the kind of delay Kwanro does.